little quick recap to get us rolling here. Our heroes have journeyed to Whitechapel in search of the Amulet of Pazuzu. After learning about some recent killings attributed to a Jack the Ripper copycat killer, the heroes have made their way to St. Michael's Asylum, where they have confronted a John Doe who claims to be Saucy Jack himself. Mr. Arcane and Vet X questioned the man, and when bringing up the name Pazuzu, awoke the true entity in charge. Arcane succeeded in relieving the poor unfortunate soul from his possession, but unfortunately, Bombshell has fallen to the control of the demon, and it is here where we find our heroes potentially confronting one of their own.
Didn't plan on that part.
So
I mean,
Pazuzu,
she's new. You're not that attached to her yet, so.
Pazuzu ended the last session with his eyes beaded on Mr. Arcane, saying that was a dirty fucking trick. And you turn to see Bombshell, now with black veins creeping up her neck and looking a little bit stronger than she was a few moments before. So I think at this point, I'm going to select a few characters here, and we're going to start a little initiative here.
Oh, for the order in which we negotiate and things, right?
Yes. All right, since Vedex isn't here, I'm going to go ahead and just bypass his initiative right now, and we'll move to Mr. Arcane.
Okay, well, so Bombshell is obviously possessed and looking fairly hostile.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna try something else. Because I don't think I can invoke all three of them again so quickly. I mean, that literally just happened. I'm gonna try. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna try and do. So, he'll turn and try and focus his energies on Bombshell and say, now, I don't want to have to hurt you, he says, trying to convince himself. But by the power of omnipotent Ashtur, you will be bound. Or that's what he says. So this is, I'm going to try and use my universal invocation again. And let's see. So that is remarkable. Remarkable, yeah. And if I'll use karma, and let's see how this goes. And if this works, it'll start encasing her. I'm going to try and make a band of that blue crystal around her. I don't think I can totally encase her, but it'll, I'm trying to encircle her, right? Like basically like bands of this crystal, which are supposed to be unearthly material strength.
Okay.
I mean, if it works, which it might not work. So let's see. And again, I said I'd use karma, so. Sweet. Let's start this off the right way.
Oh dear.
So, really great. So, I mean, that's I'll burn to get a green.
Okay.
Let me see how much that is. I always click the wrong part of that. All right, so it's remarkable. I need to get a green. I rolled a 2. Let's see. So I'll spend 34 karma to get a green.
Okay. In this instance, since you really had to focus on this, it's not going to get the same power that you're really hoping for.
Yeah. No, that's
so.
Okay.
So we're going to set that at your rank of remarkable.
Okay.
Yep. So now it shifts to Bombshell / Pazuzu. And Pazuzu takes one look at you through Bombshell's eyes, looks down at the body that he is now in, and he says, "This body will do. This body will do nicely." And Bombshell, it's up to you.
Oh, you surrender?
Well,
okay, that's cool. Yeah,
the priorities are as we discussed. So, Mr. Arcane, how much do you weigh?
He's let's say 180 pounds, 185 pounds.
Okay,
something
so
like
that should be well within the range of the telekinesis at play here.
Okay.
I mean,
What about a nice
imagine
old
this.
yoink?
All right.
And use them as a human shield.
Okay. And you'll roll that under the power rank.
Okay.
$46. Okay. So with that, Mr. Arcane, you are pulled in towards Bombshell. So right in between yourself, Flux, Human Tank, and VetX. Is that where you want him? Okay.
Yep, that's exactly right. Just kind of
Okay,
like
so-
holding him there, and
Okay.
Now, are
him
you
as a
trying
shield.
to immobilize him with the strength of that?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And you said it's remarkable strength, yes?
Incredible, I believe.
Incredible. Okay.
Let me double check real quick. Telekinesis, incredible, yeah.
All right. So as long as Pazuzu holds you within this right now and his concentration is focused on you, you are immobile and can't move until he releases you.
All right.
Darkwing.
Inspector Appleby, Father Duchamps, the nuns, all those people are still here, right?
They are, yes.
Okay. And we are inside a church.
It's an old church that has been converted into an asylum.
Bombshell's back is to me, is my guess, because she's facing Arcane.
Correct.
All right. I will rush in and attempt to jump on her back.
Okay.
Even in my regular form, I feel like I outweigh a bombshell. So I'm going to try to grapple with her and potentially pull her to the ground.
Okay, so that'll be a strength roll.
Right. And so that's we do that by clicking our rank at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, sir.
Unless you have something that bumps up the rank, like if you have a talent.
Yeah,
for
I was
example.
looking to see that if he had that. It doesn't look like you've got a +1 column shift to fighting, but in this instance, you're doing a grappling attack, so that would be a different martial arts or wrestling. So to get the bump,
It's
so
got
you'd just be
martial
rolling-
arts B and martial arts, I guess, E or L. I'm not sure, but
It's E, yeah.
okay. I'm also not sure what those are, but I assume they don't come into play here. So I am excellent for this. Did it roll? Yeah.
Yep, got a 19. That's a white.
And that's no good, right?
That is a miss. Yeah.
She's a sturdy girl.
So you run up to try to jump on her back and misjudge that just a little bit. And she's a little taller than you remember that she was just a few moments ago. She seems to have perhaps grown about a foot.
Oh, no.
So you're not able to make a purchase at this time. So we move
She's
on.
7 feet tall.
What's that?
I hate it when PayPal is down.
Flux, we move on to you.
Okay. Is Bombshell holding Mr. Arcane in the air?
Yes.
How high up?
He's maybe about a foot up off the ground.
And how tall is Mr. Arcane normally?
He's a little less than 6 feet.
Okay. I'm trying to do some superhero shit here.
Would
That's
seem
good.
to be
We're
the
playing a
time for it.
superhero game.
Oh no.
um, Flux is gonna pull a shillelagh out of wherever it comes from,
In
whatever
anime,
pocket
in
dimension,
anime they call it mallet space.
and she's gonna kind of slide to the side here and kind of try to jump off in order to bring the shillelagh straight down on Bombshell's head.
Gotcha.
+2 column shift because I have the specific weapon
Yep.
skill.
Yep.
So this will be on incredible. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's a 94. It's a potential stun.
Nice.
So
It does excellent blunt damage.
okay.
Can that still
With-
stun?
That can. Well,
Okay.
well, what's her endurance?
It's incredible right now.
Incredible right now. So yeah, so that actually it's going to do some damage potentially as long as it gets through. What's your
doesn't.
strength?
Well, the body armor is excellent, I believe.
Oh,
Checking real quick. Excellent protection against physical attacks.
Okay.
So
And what was her strength? What's her damage on that?
20.
20. Okay, yeah, so it meets it. All right. So
Does it do anything to break her concentration?
that with the red, I will allow. And let's see. I think probably in a psyche.
endurance roll.
I think psyche. Just
Oh.
keep focus.
I know
Can
what
I
a
roll on
strike-
Pazuzu's psyche?
Yeah, you probably would need to. Let me just see what his is here.
Oh, no.
Because
No.
otherwise
You
we're
want
just going to hand
Bombshell.
it over.
No, I like the other one. I like the other one.
Yeah, it's monstrous.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
like the
That's a
other
little
one.
different.
And still
It
a
doesn't
16.
matter.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you break the concentration, and Mr. Arcane comes down to the ground. And then we move to Human Tank.
Oh wow, I get to do something. I'm sorry.
Shocking.
Okay, is there any way I can get through to Bombshell without pushing the other people out of the way, and get some Pathfinder tactics in here, people, and kind of back up a little?
I would say that since Mr. Arcane came down to the ground, that probably at least brought him to a crouching position.
Right.
Also,
So
the way
you
I
could probably
described
aim over the
Flux's
head.
attack, she was climbing
Actually, I have a
onto
better and
Can I say
and
something,
much
please?
more.
Can
Sorry.
I say something, please? Because it has
Yeah.
relevance. I was putting Flux up here on this table to come down onto Bombshell. So it's almost kind of like she would be here. No, not there. Oh, you got it. Lockstep.
Yeah, so you're
it was my
roughly in this
intention to
area
give
here.
Mr. Tank room behind me.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So are you on the table? Because I have plans for that table.
I guess I am, because that's where I said I was going to make room for you to come behind me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm going to have to modify my exciting plans to smash her with the table, like baseball bat. I will then move by you, and let me see here.
Can I call it there, just for purposes of squares?
Yeah. No problem. Mm-hmm.
I will then just step up and say, I really should not be hitting a lady, but I don't think what I'm hitting right now is still a lady. So sorry. And I just sort of hesitantly, but without taking any actual die penalty, proceed to attempt to wallop one.
All right.
And I believe that my fighting is remarkable because I have the martial arts.
Yep.
I'm trying to move everything around so I can see the dice, the die column, and I really want to. I'm hoping to knock her back, but I will spend karma to make sure this is at least a green. Ooh,
There you go.
so I have
All
to
right.
spend 10.
And that actually will take you up to a red. Now, and in this case, what is your strength?
My strength is normally incredible.
Okay. So this is a potential stun in this case. And with it being a red, then that potentially could take effect. So Bombshell, you're going to need to roll an endurance this time.
Okay.
All right, so that's a green. That actually is a 1-round stun. Now, this is also a potential slam, and with that roll on the endurance, that is going to send you back into the room.
Excellent.
Fortunately, it passes right through the nun and Father Duchamp, and does not do any damage to either of the two of them, but it sends
Perfect.
Bombshell crashing back into the windows that are up against that wall on the far end here.
Hopefully not breaking.
The windows shatter, but they have iron bars in front of them, so she does not go through it. But it leaves a nice little dent in those iron bars.
Okay.
With that, the nuns speak out and shout, "The demon is loose!" And they begin to take different positions here on the opposite end of the hallway, here and here.
I only see one nun on the board.
Oh, it's probably
I'm
yeah,
behind that. Yeah, it's because I keep
it's just
forgetting
the
about
wall.
the line of sight, fog of battle, whatever.
Inspector Appleby takes a step towards where Bombshell landed. Father Duchamps heads down the hallway just a little bit to back out of the battle area. And Dr. Sampson is just frozen in place in shock and fear. So that's about where we are there. So now we'll roll back around to the top of the initiative order there, and we will go back to Mr. Arcane.
Okay, so Bombshell just got smacked into the windows and broke the windows, but there are iron bars there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to move so I can see her. Because I don't think I can see her from here. So I can move there, right?
Yep.
And so he'll start casting a spell, and he'll just shout out, "Bind!" And I'm going to try and use my energy control magnetism to twist those bars, hopefully, to try and start, kind of restraining Bombshell.
Okay.
Now, it's only excellent. So, it's green.
All right. All right, and she can't move at this point because she is stunned. So you're able to ensnare her in the iron bars. That's remarkable strength on those on those bars.
So we've got the bars and the whatever the heck the other stuff is.
Yeah, I think that those would still be on you at this point. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go to Darkwing.
So, since she is currently wrapped up, or these bars have wrapped around her, I'm going to attempt to run right up to her, just and get her in a good grip, and bite her in the throat.
Oh dear. Okay.
I didn't know.
Well, that escalated quickly.
That's serious.
I see it as he's still up and fighting.
Not
and
on the first date, young man. This is highly
This is the
irregular.
40s. You know,
Very
we gotta be a
irregular.
little more
She's got armor on, but the
decororum.
armor doesn't cover her neck, right?
The armor is
No,
her.
she does. Yeah, she doesn't really have.
She doesn't have any armor. No,
Yeah.
that's just the toughness of her skin.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to get through that toughness and see if I can get a bite and a drain. How many segments is this? 1, 2.
Oh
I
yeah,
have a
you can
feeling
get
it's
there
gonna
no problem.
taste real bad.
Right.
Oh yeah, right now.
I figure if I come in at this sort of angle, then I'm, my back is too close to the room, I suppose you can say.
Mhm.
So I'm not trying to make it obvious what I'm doing. It looks like I'm just attempting to once again sort of wrestle her.
Grapple.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you can get a hold of her no problem, and you'll just have to get a green to make a fighting feat to do the bite.
Okay. And let me see. Bite is just agility.
Fighting.
Fighting. I'm sorry. Yeah. Fighting. Come on, shrink you. 41.
It's green,
And
that'll hit.
Is green, so yeah, that'll hit. All right, so you're going to do 30 points potentially of damage to her. And then Jeffrey, with your invulnerability, that comes down to 10.
Yep.
Don't break a tooth.
I'll do my best.
And then we go to Flux.
Okay. Flux is going to come out and take a defensive stance in front of Dr. Sampson.
Okay.
And is just kind of going to hang back. Her expertise is espionage and beating up grunts. And when Bombshell took the shillelagh hit and barely blinked, I think I'm just going to stay out of everybody else's way for right now and protect the innocents.
Like, oh, it's like that, huh? Okay.
She'll have her time in other fights.
I mean, there's not really much up there to damage. You probably should have gone for another, another area.
All right, human tank, back to you.
Okay. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to hit her that hard. I hope she's okay. I'm going to sort of poke my nose out here and get a look-see at what's going on.
And you see Darkwing basically over top of her. You can't quite see what's going on.
Okay, but it looks like he's sort of got it under control, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, he's grappling with her, and she doesn't seem to be moving. I'm
going to turn to Mr. Arcane. So can't you, bippity-bobbity boost something out of her? Ain't that like what you do?
Well, I'll try.
And as you guys are having that,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Lizard. I'm talking.
I was just going to say my references are 20 years too soon, but go on.
As you guys are having that discussion, the nun that's closest to Darkwing and Bombshell reaches up over on her shoulder and rips her habit, and it kind of comes apart in pieces.
Man, I thought about some of this stuff when I was a kid, but
I know, right? I was just gonna say.
Oh no!
She's breaking the habit.
Really?
No, that was great, man.
It just keeps going.
It does.
Oh.
And you now see a woman that looks like this. She pulls from her habit a gold skull mask and places it over her face.
Okay, so she's not like actually a skeleton.
Not actually a skeleton. Yeah.
Good.
and she addresses Darkwing and she says, "Take your hands off of the demon."
What?
And let's see here. We're going to roll. And she got a green. Darkwing, I need you to roll Psyche.
Oh, it's like that.
Green?
I mean, don't make her bust out the ruler, dude.
Or that giant sword.
It's called a ruler.
Oh, I'm trying to move her out of the way. Hold on.
I feel like that would be at least a yardstick.
Fair.
One.
Oh, 39. Okay. You hear that voice, and it is the sweetest voice you've ever heard. And you are going to let go of your embrace of Bombshell.
I do.
Mm-hmm. And let's see here. The other nun off to the side over here does the same. She rips off part of her habit as well. And here we see someone that looks like this. She rips off the entire habit, and she is covered head to toe in what looks like a medieval style armor, and pulls out a crown that looks like a crown of thorns and places it on her head. And she makes a move to Father Duchamp and grabs hold of him, brandishing a sword from underneath the habit, and holds it at his neck. And she says, "All of you, back away from the demon, now."
Aren't I like the only one next to the demon? Hold on. You got too many.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Like half a cup.
And then we go back to the top of our initiative order at this point. I'm going to add 2 more people in there. And this is Sister Agony and Sister Night. Or Mother Night, sorry. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're back up to the top with Mr. Arcane.
Okay. So she's holding the good father at sword point, and he seems
shocked.
Done?
Definitely shocked.
Okay, so she's wearing metal armor, and she has a giant sword?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Overcompensating much?
Oh. Okay. And they want us to leave the demon alone?
They're saying to step away from the demon.
And they're holding him hostage. Okay. So. Okay. All right. So. Okay. So I'll say, sisters, I am confused. Do you not serve the asylum? And I'm kind of trying to distract her. But I'm going to try and use my magnetism to kind of... are there bars over here too? Or that's not windows there, is it?
This area right here would be the windows right here.
Okay, well, I mean, I have excellent magnetism. I mean, would that be a stretch to try and get her kind of magnetized to the bars over there?
Oh, yeah, with the metal? Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so that's what I'm going to try and do.
Okay. And she responds to your question, and she says, "We serve only the master, the Red Skull."
And as she's talking, like in the middle of that, I'm going to hit her
Yep.
with it. So,
Okay.
all right, and I'll burn to get a yellow.
Okay. We serve only the master, the red skull.
You caught me monologuing, you son of
All right.
All right.
So you've got her
So-
kind of glued to the bars. That's remarkable strength, yes?
No, it's excellent. My
Excellent.
magnetism is excellent.
Okay. All right. got it.
So I spent, let's see, 60. Excellent. Oh, I spent 10. I just spent the 10. Okay. Cool.
All right. So
And then I'll say, run, father.
run, father. Yep. And he starts to book it. And he starts running back towards the doors here on the far side right here.
Are all the nuns evil warriors?
Is Inspector Appleby doing anything? Is he on the initiative order?
Appleby, actually, I don't have him on the initiative, but I can certainly put him there. Thank you for reminding me of that. We'll get him in there too. There we go.
Sorry about
Okay.
what happens to your coat, there, Inspector.
Bombshell, you are now coming awake.
Yay! I am unstunned.
Mm-hmm.
Did I knock the demon out of yous?
Not quite.
Is she suffering the after effects of my bite? -1 column shift.
What effect does that have?
-1 column shift on all feats until a weekly endurance feat is made.
Okay.
And also subject to telepathic commands if I make a remarkable roll.
Got it. Okay. So let's roll Bombshell on the endurance,
Okay. So that'll be
and just to
incredible.
see if that took effect. All right, so you got a yellow there.
Mhm.
You don't know whether it took or not, Matthew.
Got it.
Okay. All right, so Bombshell, it's your turn.
Okay. So seeing as how my limbs are otherwise occupied, would it be possible to, seeing as how his name would suggest he's aerodynamic, use Darkwing as a projectile at Mr. Arcane?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, telekinetic fling. Wah!
And just for the record, because Arcane, used the bars behind you, those windows are open.
Yeah. I mean, has my priority list shifted?
No, I think you're on the right track for the moment, but
Okay.
just reminding
All
you.
right.
of the
I just
fact.
wanted to, I did actually want to ask about that, though.
Oops.
Yeah, so
Like,
let's, I'm guessing I need to roll on that power rank and see what I do with the
Yep.
TK? Okay.
Yep.
It's a green.
Okay.
It's incredible, so I don't think he weighs 10 tons.
He
Nope.
does not.
Maybe he's heavier than he looks.
Maybe. Is he that much heavier than he looks?
Oh
I
no.
mean, maybe. He's got density control.
Yeah.
So we'll be using him as a blunt object, which that'll be on the remarkable column. So Mr. Arcane Darkwing suddenly just launches towards you. So he's got the higher endurance, so you would be the one taking damage potentially. Now, just as a reminder to everyone, some of you would have the possibility of acting multiple times during battle. So all you have to do is say, I want to roll for multiple actions. That is a fighting feat. And depending on your fighting level, that will determine how many actions that you can potentially get. If you fail, if you roll a white, then you make one action at a -3 column shift.
Gotcha.
Would doing that allow me to like maybe step and catch Darkwing before he hit Mr. Arcane? Even though I haven't come up in my initiative yet?
That would be a defensive action. So yes, defensive actions can take place out of order of your regular initiative.
I think that's worth trying to be heroic and do.
Okay.
So how does that work? I need to make a fighting feat.
Yep, fighting feat.
Green or yellow?
Let's see. Your fighting is excellent, so you actually have to get a yellow. Wait, say excellent.
Would my martial arts?
No, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, your martial arts does come into play, so that's unremarkable. So yes, all you have to get is a green.
Point of order.
Yeah.
I got the universal table in front of me. It says catching is an agility-based skill.
Well.
Yes, that's true. That is true. But in order to roll for extra actions, it's always under the fighting.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen.
Sure what he was
I may get the
so.
extra action, but there's no way I'm making the agility check. Nonetheless, my character does not have a character sheet. I will spend karma on this.
Okay.
And I have no idea what I just rolled since it's on.
All right, so you got an
hello. Wow.
81. Yeah. So
nice.
And by spending karma, that brings you up to a red, and that fits within your ability to have a total now of 3 actions.
Nice.
Well, the first one is going to be basically, as I said, to try to catch Darkwing before he rams into Mr. Arcane.
Clank! Got ya!
And now I get to roll my typical agility, huh?
Yep, that's right.
You could just try to block him. That's fighting. Like just literally stand in front of him.
Once again, I'm going to commit some karma to this. It's all about being a hero.
I love it.
Ooh, good thing.
Hanging it up.
How much do I need to add?
Let's see here. So on typical, you got to get it up to a 51.
So 26. Okay, I'm definitely running out of karma here. I got to go save some orphans from kittens or something.
Right?
Do you hear any fires with kittens?
Yeah, we're in it. Hey, we're in like a place with nuns. There's got to be orphans and kittens around here somewhere. So I have successfully caught him, and since my whole point of doing that was to not injure him nor let him injure Dr. Arcane, I'm hoping that's how it worked out.
Right. Appleby would be next in the line of order here. And he is looking around just absolutely confused at this point and is making no action. So we are going to go to Darkwing.
So
I will put him down, as part of my catch. So.
Okay.
So I've been caught by the human tank.
Yep. So you're about right in there.
But have we previously discussed, do we know that it's not Pazuzu, but rather Bombshell's power?
No,
you're not.
We haven't
aware
really
of that.
had time to discuss.
We haven't
that.
had those conversations. Okay.
Well, I mean, hang on. I mean, we have, when we did talk last time about Bombshell is mostly a fighty, a tough girl, right? No psychic powers that we knew of that she admitted to. So as far as we knew, she was just, kind of a tough.
She gave you a brief rundown of what she could do.
Right. And telekinesis was not in there.
Nope.
Now, could she have, kept that to herself? I mean, entirely, but.
Right. So basically, at this point, I have no reason to connect it because the lifting up of Mr. Arcane could have been Pazuzu, and now we're facing down with the nuns. Last silly question, just for clarity's sake. We know that the Red Skull is after the same stuff that we're after, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you would assume so, yes.
So the Gold Skull Nun is potentially a problem. Right. So am I able to move and attack. I'd like to take multiple actions.
Sure, yeah. Just roll a fighting feat for multiple actions.
Doing this thing. Open you. My fighting is
Incredible +1 column shift is amazing. All you have to get is a green for 2 extra actions.
on incredible or amazing.
You're going to be rolling on amazing because you've got a +1 column shift to your fighting with your martial arts.
Okay. I don't know why that's 2 rolls. I do like that first one.
All right. So now, what just happened? Okay, there it is. Okay, I see it now. Well, yeah. So you got the first one. We'll take that one. How about that? I'm a nice GM.
What a nice guy.
Hey.
I'll be less heavy-handed with my clicking in the future.
So you've got a total of 3 actions. So you may make your first one at this point.
I am going to burst into a cloud, a flock of bats, and reform right on the other side of her. I know we can't fit all in the same space, but
Yep, we get the idea. That's good.
you get the idea. All right. I think I have to roll that. It's
I don't think that's you can usually just go to bats. I think that's basically just kind of a move action for you.
so I take that move action, and then I am going to. She's got her sword out.
Yes.
I don't have my sword on me, but can I use martial arts to attempt to disarm?
You certainly can, yeah.
So I'm going to bring a knee up and a hand down and see if I can get that sword out of her hands.
Okay. And in order to disarm her, you basically would have to beat her in a contest of either strength and or fighting. So you're using fighting to disarm her. She's going to use strength to resist.
Okay. And it's martial arts, so still on amazing.
Yep.
And there's my 59. Is that yellow?
Yep. And she got a white. All right. So you succeed in bringing your knee up to her wrist, grappling with that, and pull the sword from her hand.
Okay. I pulled it from her hand or knocked it from her hand.
Whichever you want to do. Yeah.
I will pull it from her hand, and then I will hold her at sword point, and that's my last action to bring it up and hold. Would I be able to point it at her and as a holding action, and when she rushes me, be able to make a roll? Would it be a defensive roll if she suddenly attacked me this round?
Sure. Yeah, you've got 2 more actions to be able to utilize, and then just depending on whether it's a defensive action or a new offensive action, it'll just roll back around in order of initiative at this point.
Then I'm gonna hold what I got.
Cool. Sister Agony goes next, and she is going to attempt to try to break free of the binds that she has now found her in. And let's see. I sincerely doubt she's going to be able to do it. All right. She rolled a white as well, so she is struggling against the binds and spitting daggers at Mr. Arcane. From here, we go to Flux.
Okay. I'm going to bob and weave through people and try and knock Mother Knight upside the head.
Okay.
While she's distracted by your sword being taken from her.
Gotcha.
Your audio's a little garbled, Sean. I'm not
Mhm.
sure
Is
if
that
you can do
better?
anything about it.
No, it's, and I think this is part of the communication issue I think that we're having with you. It seems like there's a little bit of a delay, and it's just garbled. We can understand you okay, but it's just coming in a little late.
It's like you're
Okay.
talking underwater almost. It's just verbally.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me a
Mhm.
give me a second to play with this.
Sure. You can go ahead and make your attack if you want.
Oh, sure. Hey.
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
All right. So 88, and then again, damage on that is
20.
Excellent. Okay.
Excellent 20, yeah.
All right. So you pop her on the side of the head. She's got her attention now on Darkwing. She doesn't even see it coming. And you give her a pretty good little wallop there. And that is going to bring her down just a little bit. And it kind of sends her a bit for a loop, doesn't knock her out, but you certainly did some damage there to her for sure.
Okay. Is that better?
Seems
Not really.
seems to be a little bit, but yeah, it's still a little garbled.
It might just be my internet.
Yeah, it very well could be. Yeah, because I actually did notice that last time too. So okay,
All right,
so
maybe next time I'll play with a different headset then and see if that helps.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so from here we go to human tank.
Okay. So the nuns are not stopping the demon, apparently.
Doesn't seem to be.
Oh man, I am going to have to spend so much time, talking to the father about this.
Oh no.
I'm
Yeah,
really
when you saw
sorry.
those habits starting coming off, you had some naughty thoughts, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I'm really sorry about this, ma'am. I'm just doing it for like the greater good and stopping Hitler and stuff. So that's got to count for something, right? And I'm gonna try to swat her back out of the way from Bombshell.
Okay.
This is just gonna be standard fighting. I'm kind of gonna save what I got left of my karma. So let's see how we go here. Okay, yellow, not bad.
All right. And strength is incredible.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to roll an intuition for her to see whether or not she heard what you said, and she just kind of looks up and sees you rearing back to backhand her across the room. And we'll see if she gets to dodge here. Got a yellow, so we're going to roll a dodge real quick, because she does still have an action at this point. Ugh, this is not going to be good. Now she got a green. So you rolled a 72 on remarkable, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a yellow. That's going to bring it down to a green. But you still hit. So you swat her, and she kind of goes flying not too far, but it at least sends her a couple of squares over, and she's down prone on the ground.
Okay. You're not the helper, kitty. Okay? Settle down, okay?
And we're going to roll an endurance for her. All right. She's not dying, but she is certainly out. And down for the count. From there, that was Mother Knight's turn. We do roll back up to the top of initiative here at this point.
Can
Mr.
I say,
Arcane.
Darkwing, you had you said I had 2 fighting actions left.
Right, and Mr. Arcane, you do not, correct?
Right, I don't have any extra actions.
Okay. Bombshell doesn't, so yeah, it comes back to Darkwing.
My fighting's not that good.
I rolled that red result on the multiple action thing.
Yes, and that will roll back around to you in the initiative order.
Okay.
Okay, so Darkwing, it's back to you for your next action.
I will pounce on Mother Night and attempt to impale her to the floor with her sword.
All right. Okay.
Do we do that in a code approved comic?
I was going to ask, what's the what's it called?
We don't have a karma pool, thankfully.
Yeah, no karma pool.
Oh, we did.
Well, yeah,
Oh, okay.
for better or
You
worse. I mean, right? I mean, it could be good, but also could be bad.
I am going to run it through her stomach.
Okay.
That way, she might live. She could. Right?
It's only like the most painful thing you could do to somebody.
Yeah.
Hope springs eternal.
Prone and unconscious. Is this a strength check?
This one is going to be a fighting.
Fighting.
Mhm.
Okay. Where do I keep going like
And
this?
I think you have edged weapons, so that gives you a plus column shift there on the fighting. Oh, and you've got actually weapon specialist, so you get a +3 total.
+3 total column shifts.
Column shift, yeah. So you are now rolling on the let's see, you're incredible. So 1, 2, unearthly column.
Isn't weapon specialist tied to a specific weapon?
It is, and it's sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Well,
I got the green result.
Okay. All right, so you and sink the sword into Mother Night. Now she's defenseless, so I'm going to roll an endurance for her again. And she got a green. Still not dead, but she's going to be feeling that in the morning. Okay, and then we go back to human tank.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not going to help kill a nun. That's just that's just how it goes. But I will attempt to grab onto Bombshell and see if we can hold her long enough for Dr. Arcane to do some finger waggling and some hocus pocus.
Gotcha. All right, so that'll be a grappling check then if you're going to grab hold of her. So strength.
Just pure strength. Okay.
I am currently restrained though, so imagine he's probably not going to have too hard a time with it.
Right.
Well, it's not so much the moving around, is it?
Is this so that would normally be incredible. Does my martial arts add to that? Martial arts B specifically?
Oh, yes.
So I'm using this. I'm up to an amazing strength check. Wow. And I roll a white.
Oh, dear. Don't forget. Well, you've been calling karma, and I know you don't have a whole lot left right now. So
yeah, I've only got 90 left, and I'm kind of saving that for
gotcha.
Saving a bus full of kittens.
All right.
And orphans. Bus full of orphans with kittens.
All right. And I think that was your last action. I think Darkwing used.
Red, so that was 2 actions. So I assume that's all I could get out of it.
Well, I think you would have gotten 3, but the catch was 1. The second one was the smack, and then this would be the third.
That would be third. That's perfectly correct. Yes.
So Matthew, Darkwing, I think you have 1 more left.
While everyone's attention is hopefully turning back to the demon Pazuzu, I am going to rush Sister Agony. She's still magnetized to the bars, right?
Yes, correct.
And I'm going to attempt to choke her unconscious.
Okay.
It's just more nun porn.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
What?
It's a little dark in here. That's all. It's all right.
It's really dark.
My initial thought was I should spit in her face and call her up. Anyway.
Whoa.
Wow. Whoa.
All right, cleaning it up.
That's a different kind of game, guy.
Then that'll be a
and
string.
somewhere the head of the comics code explodes.
Right.
to get a grip on her neck and then choke her for however many rounds it takes to make her black out.
All right, I'll move you over there if that's okay. And that'll be a strength.
57. Great.
All right, and that does 20 points of damage. All right, so you've got her, and she can't do much to resist that. So you're choking her, but it hasn't caused her to pass out just yet.
Right.
And that comes to the end of that round. At the end of that round, Father Duchamps up here at the very top is throwing the doors open to try to make his escape, and he gets suddenly blown backwards into the doorway on the opposite side.
Oh, no.
And you see two more nuns make their entrance up at the top.
Oh, come on.
What is this, the Spanish Inquisition?
Oh.
And this is Sister Death. Right here. She is in full leather armor with touched in red, and again brandishing a large sword and a very big gun.
Looks very Space Marine.
Yeah, Sister Dream is next to her. And you were talking about nun porn earlier. She's dressed head to toe in latex, and these long leathery straps coming off of her habit.
And none of these nuns
Well,
is
the
trying
guys
to
are-
stop the demon-possessed chick. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And then from the other doorway on the bottom,
Oh, hello.
you see two more nuns that have wandered into the hallway at this time. Sister Pleasure.
Nuns are those, please.
And she looks rather, kind of simple compared to the others that are there. She has a little bit of armor on, but very tasteful, and little touches of gold here and there. And
nice.
then Sister Sin is next to her, and this is what she looks like, and she looks completely prepared for battle. Holds a katana in her hand, and is now barring the door and closing it behind her to encase you guys within this hallway. So I'll add these guys to our little initiative mix.
You really need to stop making these intruders such a habit.
Oh, God. Minus 10 karma points for that one.
Oh dear, if we lose karma points for I might as well just join.
Is the sound transmission any
supervillain
better, by the
community.
way? I futz with a few chords.
Same.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
about the
then
same.
it is what it is.
Does Marvel have anything like the Legion of Doom or the Legion of Supervillains in like the future? Is there any big supervillain team? There's the Sinister Six, but they're like Spider-Man only. They have a
Brotherhood of Evil
fan
Mutants.
villain
Masters
group.
of Evil or the Avengers.
Yeah, Masters of Evil,
Yeah.
Brotherhood of Evil
Yeah.
Mutants.
But again, they're Avengers. You got the Frightful Four, but there isn't a take all the solo villains, the major solo villains, and put them on a big team kind of thing, is there?
Not
They don't
really.
tend to play nice with others.
Yeah, well,
All right, so now we're back up at the top again. We'll go back to Mr. Arcane for a new round.
Okay. So now, now there's more nuns
Mm.
and the demon
And the demon.
who
I
keeps
ain't having none of this.
telekinesing stuff.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Tip your waitresses.
Okay, so I'm going to try some more magic. And let's see, let me go. Okay, so I'm going to try another entreaty. And this time, where is it? Okay, so so he turns his attention back to the demon, and we'll, I guess, deal with the battle nuns in a minute. But he turns back towards the demon and he says, perhaps I misspoke earlier. I didn't mean release him. I meant begone by the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, by the might of Hoggoth. Begone! And he's trying to now banish him back to, well, wherever he comes from.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to work, but that's what he's trying to do.
Okay.
And I can read it to you. Where is it at? So, hoary hosts of Hoggoth. It's used to introduce a spell of banishment. A successful psyche feat roll is required, but if successful, it will send the target to another dimension or point in Earth's dimension. The point or other dimension is, well, it says it's at my discretion, but I don't really think it might be. So that is a psyche feat. It says.
Just my
Yes.
advice. Just my advice. That's all.
Huh?
Karma.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm definitely going to use karma. Yeah, I'm definitely using karma. Come on.
No, I haven't gotten to use any of these cool powers yet.
I mean, you keep telekinesing people all over the place.
Well, I mean, I was going to use acid this turn.
Oh, sweet. Well, I mean, no offense, but I hope you won't get the chance. So anyway, I'm going to spend some karma. I'm going to try and make my psyche roll, which is amazing. Oh. All right, well.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Is that resistible?
It is.
I mean, I'm sure it is.
Are you gonna spend to get it up to a green?
Oh yeah. I'll spend to get it up to a green. Which, God, what is it? Oh, geez, it was like 4 under a green. So,
no.
Yeah, whatever. So,
okay,
all right.
Jeff,
So I spend my 10.
Jeff, do you want to roll this, or do you want me to?
Why don't you go ahead and roll it?
Okay, all right.
Because it's going to be up to you whether or not you're spending karma or not, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know if Pazuzu has any karma left.
All right. Here's what happens. You cast the spell. You see Bombshell writhe, and you hear the voice of Pazuzu in the growl. You hear Jack in the growl. You hear Bombshell in the growl.
Maybe some tiger stuff, because Hoggoth is
some tiger stuff as
tiger,
well. Yeah. And the voice of Pazuzu says, "It's not going to be that easy." Bombshell, I'm gonna have you roll psyche, and you may use karma if you wish.
I'm going to use karma because the likelihood of her making this roll without it seems minimal. All right, so no situational column shifts or anything, just straight up typical.
Yep, straight up.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was spending, so.
Oh.
Okay. With the green, because Pazuzu also rolled a green, you are able to push the soul out of you.
Woo!
At least for a moment.
Okay.
And you hear, those of you that are in the hall hear, and Bombshell falls to her knees on the ground. And Human Tank, I need you to roll a psyche.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Come on. All right, I'm going to spend the last of my karma on this.
Drop the trap, Ray. Drop the trap.
And my karma is good. Psyche is good, rather. Oh, I only need to spend 10. That brings me
Okay, cool. All right, good. All right, so you feel this dark presence suddenly come inside of you. And for a moment, you are hit with this just intense feeling of evil and murder and brimstone and fire. And for a second, it feels really enticing. But you're also able to push it out.
Get thee behind me, Satan.
The puppies and the
Now.
orphans are still safe.
Mr. Arcane,
Yeah.
you are aware that you have been able to push the demon out, but
Okay.
its presence, I'm going to say that your what you had cast in the room
Sure.
last session with the aura, the sensing of the aura, you can
Yeah.
still sense the entity here. So you know it is still present. And after seeing the reaction that the human tank had momentarily, you know that he's trying to jump.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so Mr. Arcane, from you we go to Sister Green. Okay, and she is going to make an action, but I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet.
All right, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay, yep, no problem. Okay, from Sister Green, we now go to Bombshell, and Bombshell, you are free of the demon at this point.
What? Has she been like conscious of what's been going on this whole time?
Yeah, she's been aware for sure.
Okay. So she knows. All right, she knows the demon is out here somewhere, but she knows she can't do anything about that.
Well, and she may not know that. She
Okay.
know all she knows is that it's gone. It's not
Okay.
within her anymore.
Gotcha. She's not a huge fan of nuns. Although Sister Pleasure could make her a fan of nuns. But the good father is down there. He's a nice guy, but that's too far for that. Yeah, she'll just look around and be like, I don't know what to do. And then she's just gonna like gesture over at Sister Sin and Sister Pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be like a brief, like a flash of light in between them, and then boom, a thunderclap.
All right, cool. And that's the area effect, correct?
Yep. And that is at excellent intensity. I don't know if I
Sweet
need
dreams.
to roll on that or need to roll against it, or what the story is there.
You'll need to roll agility to hit.
Okay. What is that anyway? Remarkable. Yeah. Okay.
All right, 55. So that gets you the hit. Lands right in between the two of them, and that area there lights up with electricity. And the two ladies probably don't know what hit them. How much damage does that do?
It's a stunning attack,
Uh-huh.
so it's excellent intensity.
Okay, got it.
So I'm not 100% sure how it works. I can look it up if you want.
Yep, we're good. I think I got you.
Okay.
So we're going to roll endurance for both of these ladies. We got remarkable for her. And we've got good for her. Okay, a green and a white. All right, so we have two of them now that are stunned.
Nice. And a free floating demon. What was that free floating vapor?
And you don't know for how long, but they are at least down.
Okay. And then as part of my action, I can move, or no?
Yes. Yeah.
And then I will march up towards them purposefully and say back to the guys, boys, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna handle these girls.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Well, Mr. Arcane's panning up there after having contested the demon again.
You got a workout today.
Sister Sin, Sister Pleasure, Dark Wing. Back to you. You still choking out the other nun?
I am. We've all but decided that it's clear that these guys are all connected, right? I mean, is it
Probably safe
Pretty-
to assume, yes.
Yeah, it's a sister act.
Ah.
it's I say keep them coming. They're hilarious. So I'm gonna say I hate nuns, and then I am going to continue to choke her, but now I'm going to extend my claws
Gotcha.
into her neck.
Okay. And that will do remarkable damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make that roll with the fighting.
Um,
I'm sorry, strength.
except with remarkable.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's still your strength, but you'll do the remarkable damage.
Okay. So my strength is excellent. Right.
Yeah. All right. Claws come out, and they're certainly scratching.
Can I ask?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Should I've gotten a column shift since my hands were already on her?
I can do that for you. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Can I reroll?
You can't re-roll, no. I'm not that nice.
Nice. It's like, hey, gotta get a reroll.
So let's see, you're on the excellent, and that was a 39. Guess what, though? That just put you up to where you needed to be to get a green.
Awesome.
So that's another 30. All right. Yeah, now that definitely hurt. She's still conscious though at this point, but she's bleeding now.
Okay.
And from there we go to Sister Agony. So it's actually her turn. Let's see what she can do, if anything. She shifts her head down a little bit, and this is going to have to be a strength check just to see whether or not she can actually do this, because you've got strength on her for sure. She's going to need to get at least a yellow to be able to do what I want her to do. So let's see if that happens. Nope. She is trying to get her chin down in between your hands and her neck, and looks as though she's trying to bite you. But does not make purchase. Flux, back to you.
It's the snack that bites back.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Can I roll for multiple actions in order to engage with the nuns up top?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to make that fighting roll then.
All right.
My fighting is excellent.
And you've got a +1 column shift, I think, on your fighting. Unarmed, yes. So that will be on the remarkable column. You just have to get a green to get 1 extra action, red to get 2.
I'll spend karma.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well,
there you go.
I spend a 10.
All right.
Sorry, doing book work. Okay. And how many squares can I move? My agility is excellent.
You're good. You can move anywhere in this hallway.
Okay. So I'm going to use my... I don't think I can get to either Sister Death or Sister Dream in one action, can I?
Oh, yeah, you can. Yep. You've got 3 areas of movements, which would be 15 squares.
Okay. I'm going to put myself there, and I'm going to swing at Sister Death first.
Okay.
That's a green.
Okay.
If I pan the screen back, the map, and make it
if you make it smaller.
Yeah.
If you've got a wheel, you can scroll in and out.
I just have a little pan.
The
You
plus
have a
and
look.
minus keys do the same thing.
Oh, do they? Okay. There you go. I did not know that. Thanks for teaching me that.
Okay.
All right. So, Sister, you said that was Sister Death, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's going to attempt to dodge. Got a white. God dang, I'm rolling terrible for these ladies.
Mm-hmm.
That's in your favor. Okay. And then you're hitting her with the shillelagh?
Yep. Excellent damage.
Got it.
Bonk.
All right. Now, you notice that she is wearing armor.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta take a closer look to see whether or not that actually covers her head or not. And you got a yellow, correct? Okay. I'm going to say that you are able to bypass the armor on that, and you smash her right in the nose with the shillelagh. And we're going to take 20 points damage off of her. She's a hearty woman, but you bloodied her nose up pretty good, and it's laying slightly off kilter, and her.
She looks like an actual nut now.
Yeah, and her nose just sprays with blood in your general direction. That was Flux, Sister Death. She made her action human tank.
Okay. Looks like Bombshell could use a hand. I am just going to do a straight up charge and try to slam Sister Sin into the wall.
Now, remember, they are both stunned.
Look, this should slam them even harder then.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Well, hold on. Let me just take a quick check.
I'm worried about the inspector. He's going to become the next host.
Yeah.
Looks like we got our death and dream. How many areas is it to death and dream who I guess are not stunned?
Yours is still within range. That's no problem. Anywhere in this hallway, you're good.
Okay, then I'm gonna go after Sister Death since they are not stunned.
Okay.
Choo-choo.
Come on, ride that tank and ride it.
Slam. I think that's a specific maneuver that I can do a charge.
Oh, yeah. And you've got at least an area worth of lead, so you're going to add a +1 column shift to your endurance.
Okay, and does my martial arts help that? It says
not on that one.
Yes, fighting. So that makes my endurance up to amazing.
Yep.
Nice. They managed to make it green.
All right, cool. And then that would do 50 points of damage potentially to her. All right, so you hit her, and she stumbles back a little bit, but like I said, she's a hearty lass, and she took that like a champ. But you definitely hurt her for sure and sent her off balance.
Okay.
And then I think that brings us back around to the top. Yeah. So, Mr. Arcane, no extra actions, correct?
No, sir. Nope.
Bombshell, did you do extras?
I did not do last time. This time I will try.
Well, okay, but we're still within the same round at this point. So,
okay.
Darkwing, you did not. So I think it's Flux then.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think Flux is the only one that took extra this time.
Okay.
I think I have two more.
Okay.
Second one, Sister Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Send her to Dreamland. El Capong. Not that time.
Okay. And it rolls back around then to you once again for your final action.
Same swing. Say, I swing. I did an overhand swing, and then for the second one, I kind of just feint backwards into a soft spot.
Okay.
That's a little better.
All right. And 20 points there, correct?
Right.
She should have chosen better for her manner of attire. No armor on this one. All right, so you hit her with that and slam her in the face. She reels backward and hits her head on the door right next to you. So wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But she's wobbly, but still up. And then we go back around to the top of the next round. So we're back to Mr. Arcane.
Well, he's. I mean, I've got to think he's exerted himself greatly in kind of battling with this demon. And he knows he's still there. Why won't you go? Be gone. The power of Christ. No, I'm sorry.
Hit the road, Jack.
Yeah.
That was good.
Different guy. I don't know that I should keep doing that over and over. Well, I can still see him, right?
You certainly sense the presence in the room, yeah. And you can
Okay.
kind of follow where it is, yeah.
Enough that I can target him with a magical attack.
I think so.
Okay, I will focus some arcane energy and channel it at him as a bolt of bedevilment. And let me. Bolt of bedevilment. Okay. All right. So I try and focus it on him as best I can. Leave these people be. Oh, that's a yellow.
Hey, not bad.
And the intent on this...
I'm trying to... I mean, well, he's incorporeal. I've sort of got him, out of any of these bodies. I'm trying to drive him off, really.
Okay. Now, but that does...
Oh, it's
damage
just damage
to him,
it's
correct?
It's just mystical damage.
Got it. And what rank?
Like I said, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that'll have any effect, but
I gotta imagine it's not gonna have some effect, if only to piss him off.
well, okay, that's fair. Yeah, it might annoy him a lot.
Mm-hmm. You hear in your mystic senses and inside your brain, essentially, you're more formidable than I give you credit for. And you feel the presence starting to not dissipate, but get further away from you, and probably in the area of these windows over here.
Like he's heading towards the nuns, or I don't know. I'm not sure.
Not really sure, but
yeah,
he's heading in this direction.
Okay, and I'll point. He's over there somewhere.
All right.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Sister Dream.
The demon.
Let's see here. Flux. I'm going to need you to roll a psyche feat.
She's a bit more formidable than Bombshell.
Sean, did you hear that? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I need you to roll a psyche feat, please.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Oh no.
Well, no, it's okay, because Psyche's kind of where this girl excels.
Oh, okay, good.
I just need to make sure, verify my Psyche. Yep, incredible.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
no. Okay.
Oh no.
You are quite literally on fire.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sister Dream comes out of that shakenness that she was in, and she just looks up at you, and all of a sudden you burst into flames.
Ow.
Now, Human Tank, you are right next to her.
Yeah.
Flux begins to go into a flurry of a dance and is like beating at herself. You have no idea why.
Yeah, with intuition good, reason
Oh, no.
typical, I'm probably not sure why. You okay there? Is this like how you use your powers?
Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Jewish guy.
And Flux, you hear Human Tank speaking to you, but you need to get this fire out. Whatever the case may be, you got to get this fire out.
I have no mystic senses and no real way to know what's going on.
Yep, she's just going into a funky dance right now.
So you've got could you use reason, a reason check for this to determine what could possibly be happening? I mean, you wouldn't need, super senses to determine that demons are possessing people's bodies and
Well, yeah, I mean, is she acting like? I mean, I figured that the last thing I saw was, I think it was Sister Dream was doing something to her. Who was the?
Well, I did say that the demon's over there, and I pointed kind of in that direction. I know that.
My map is not. I have, yeah. So, I will go in the direction of the pointed demon.
All right. Yeah, and that's kind of in this general area right here.
Yeah, that was off my screen, sort of.
Okay. Yeah, right in this area right here.
Okay.
So let's see here. If that was Sister Dream, we go to Bombshell.
Okay, I would like to do that fancy, I want to do more than one thing this turn roll.
Fighting.
And I do have martial arts B, so that'll put me at incredible for this.
Okay. All you got to do is get a green or for 1, a yellow for 2.
I will spend some karma on this. Don't really need to. That would take me to 83 on incredible.
There you go.
Is that red?
I don't know if that takes you to red, but you still get a total of 3 actions.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, so that was more than I was even shooting for. Let me spend that 10 though, so don't forget. All right. So yeah, they're Jean-Paul taught me all these cool moves, so it's time to put them to work. Sister Pleasure is going to get a nice quick outside roundhouse to the head.
Good.
And that will be incredible fighting attack. Kicky feet thing. Oh no, it missed.
Oh dear.
Whiff.
Well,
wait, how do I miss somebody who's stunned?
She is prone, so you can get a +2 column shift there for that attack.
So that's 20 at monstrous.
Hold on. I don't have a copy open.
I'm looking at it. Hang on, 20.
Yeah, that gives you a green.
Okay. All right, so.
And then 20 points of damage with that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You curb stomp her.
Boom. Right to the side of the head.
And then we're gonna jump to Sister Sin is out. She can't go. Sister Pleasure is out. She can't go. Dark Wing, back to you and your choking habit.
I'm gonna.
Oh, now I'm
Oh.
playing the game.
There you go.
Oh man.
It feels
Let's
good.
get dangerous.
All right, so
You're not only playing the game, you're second to none at it.
Oh God, they just
Oh,
keep
man.
happening.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to tell my brother about that this time. So I'm going to do the fighting thing to get extra actions.
Yep.
I'm going to spend the karma on it. Okay. So.
Nope. Yep. You got that. And your fighting is incredible. So yeah, you got a total of 3.
Right. I'm just gonna. Okay. So for this first action, does it look like I'm close to incapacitating this lady, or not?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ease up on the claws and just choke the bejesus out of her.
Okay. So straight strength.
Is Wayne Brady?
And you'll get. I'm going to give you a +2 column shift with the condition that she's in here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And then that will do it. So she is out for the count at this point.
And then when it rolls back around, I get the next action.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So Dark Wing. We got Flux.
Okay, can I take another shot at shaking this?
Yeah, you sure can. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Psyche again?
Yep.
I'm going to use karma this time. Can I use karma?
Okay. You certainly may.
Okay,
And
so
green. Okay.
Incredible
to-
66, so I spend 20 on it.
Gotcha. And I got to.
I got the table right in front of me.
Mm-hmm. I got to roll back up and see what she rolled to actually do that. So give me one second here, just to make sure that it's going to beat it. Where's she at? Boy, it's been a little while.
A lot going on here.
Okay.
There is a lot going on here.
All right, so you start beating at yourself,
Demons.
and you're able to quench the fire, and it just kind of just goes out. And you look, and you're not even singed.
I look at her and go, "Ye brazen gobshite." So I just spent a little time looking up Irish curse words on the internet.
And I'm going to have you roll a intuition for me.
Okay, intuition is excellent. Nope.
It really is. I wish I had some.
Oh dear. Well, I'm sorry for what's about to happen to you.
Oh no. It's not good when he apologizes ahead of time. Well, sorry about
you
this.
are suddenly struck from the side by a plasma bolt that is being shot at you from from Sister Death.
Ow.
And let's see. Actually, I'm going to roll for her and see if she actually makes a purchase with that. Does she have? Okay, she doesn't have guns as a talent, so she doesn't get any pluses on that. So it's just straight agility. And she got a white, so it goes pew, right past your head, and you see her leveling this large plasma pistol in your general direction.
Okay. So I don't get any attack other than shaking the illusion then.
Right. Yeah. Now, did you roll for extra actions? I don't recall.
No, I did not this turn.
Okay.
I was more
All right,
concerned about. I didn't think I
Fire
could
up.
because I was entranced.
Yeah, and truthfully, yeah, it would have been difficult to do that. Human Tank, back to you, sir. Right next to you, the wall just went, and a plasma bolt hit right beside you because it just missed Flux.
Okay, well, we've had enough of that. I'm going to, repeat what I did before, which is basically attempt to slam Sister Death back into the wall in the hopes that this time maybe she'll stay down.
Okay.
And so that is going to be you said I get a plus, ended with a +2 column shift on my endurance, so it becomes monstrous.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
1+1 for the area of charge and +1 for my martial arts. And a 100. Wow.
Oh,
well,
can't do much better than that. All right, so we're going
That's
to roll
one.
an
Mark it
endurance
up.
for her.
You just made her a nun cake.
Oh. I'm sure she's having none of it.
Oh, God.
I'm such a bad influence. I love it.
I blame Chris for all this. I mean, this is really all
that's
his
my bad.
fault for the nuns.
Okay, so you hit her, and that causes her to roll back through the wall here. And actually, it's a window directly behind her, and blasts her back out into the back of the
But did this one have
Abbey.
iron bars on it? Did she take any damage from,
Oh yeah,
them?
oh yeah, yeah, for certain. And she is out for the count.
Choo-choo.
So goes down to okay. I think almost everybody else except for poor old Sister Dream, who's just barely hanging on by a thread. Mr. Let's see. So I think extra actions, Bombshell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't even put that foot down after it smacks her in the head. Just right back across the face. Try to knock her out.
Okay. To the same one?
Same one.
Okay.
Still +2 CS for the prone.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So another green.
Okay.
So another 20 damage.
All right. Yep. And she's certainly out, without a doubt at this point. Darkwing, you've got 2 more.
Yes. So the sister that I just knocked out. She's got her. What weapon did she have?
She has. Come on, where are you at? Oh,
Pretty sure she had a sword too.
She has a sword and a dagger.
Okay. I want to take her sword, and I'm going to attempt to rush Sister Sin.
Okay.
So I don't know how many actions that's going to take, since
you can take the sword, so that would be 1 action, and then the next would be going after Sister Sin, who is stunned.
Okay.
But since you have no problem impaling nuns, then that should be no issue for you.
Right.
I feel like I could make that dirty.
Do I move on to that second action, or is someone else?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll give you that one, since one of them was basically just a move.
And I just go at her full tilt and attempt to impale her against the wall.
Okay.
So it's fighting and
plus 3 column shifts.
3 column shift. Okay.
Yikes. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. And I'm going to roll endurance for her to see if she is dying. She's got remarkable endurance. Green. No death. Okay. But certainly out of the fight. And then that goes back to, I think, Bombshell. Do you still have another one? Okay. Does anybody else have any extras? I think that was just it. Okay.
I think she's the last.
All right.
So I can get all the way down there?
To Sister Dream. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll just cruise by, uh say hi, hon, to Maeve right as she does a flying kick into Sister Dream's chest.
All right. Now you can, since you're moving through those areas, you can roll that. It's still an endurance roll, but you would be doing plus 1, 2, 3, plus 3 column shift in damage
Sure.
with that.
Does I'm guessing that martial arts B doesn't add to that though.
Not to that, right?
Okay, so yeah, I'll roll on remarkable.
Got a green. That'll be enough to make the hit, and she's already made her action for this round, so she can't do anything to defend. And you're able to take her down. We're going to roll for her endurance. Oh, she's not dead, but she's out. All right, so you guys have now successfully taken down all of these Sisters of Sin. And the hallway now falls quiet. Mr. Arcane, you feel that presence continuing to disappear. It has now gone out of that window and into the courtyard beyond.
Out in this area?
Let me see if I can move that window for you, because that's definitely gone by this point. There we go.
Okay, well, I'll go to the window, and I'm going to try and, focus my senses to see if I can, get a better sense of where it might have gone. I'm hoping it's, I don't know, just gone, but I don't think I did enough. He's like mumbling to himself, where did he go? Where did he go? And he's sitting there, he's focusing. And so I'm going to try, I suppose that would be energy detection, I guess. Magic, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
Or, oh, that's yellow.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to, see if I can get it.
Get a beat on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is flying. And it is heading up over the top of the roofs out here in the courtyard.
Okay. I don't know if I want to do this. All right, so there he is. And I'll take off after it. So I'll cast a spell, another spell. Flight.
Okay.
At remarkable. And I forget how that works. There's an acceleration. I think I can only move up like an area or two at like the first round. Do you remember how that works?
Ooh, I'm not real sure, but I'm not so worried about that at the moment. Well, just tell me what you want to do.
He'll leap into the air and try to follow this creature, and if he can, he's gonna keep flinging bolts of bedevilment at it to try and basically banish it. Well, not banish it, but at least kind of break it up, I guess, and force him to try and reform. This is all what he's thinking, but so he's like frantically trying to blast at it to see if that'll. He's already incorporeal, I suppose, but
he is, and you shoot a couple more bolts in its direction. You make purchase maybe a couple of times, and finally the form kind of halts. And you hear in your mind the whispers of Pazuzu. Enough, magician. You came to me seeking something. As I said, you are more formidable than I believed. You have done me a service by freeing me from that form. What is it you desire?
Well, we seek to keep your amulet out of the hands of other forces of evil. And if you don't want to be shackled again to against your will, because it doesn't sound like this was it didn't sound like he's like struggling with this decision. We seek to keep your power out of the hands of an enemy. Of many.
I know this enemy you speak of. If my power was in his hands, it would be mass destruction. But if my power were in the hands of your people, the Americans, perhaps it might be the same. So I win either way. You want to know where my statue is, yes?
I do.
This I can tell you. But you're making a deal with the devil, you know. This won't look good on your heavenly report card.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Well,
unfortunately.
Then this I
Besides,
will give...
the Arcane is all about deals.
Indeed. You know this well.
I do.
Then I will keep my end. I will tell you what I recall. The Knights Templar took my statue over a century ago and hid it deep within the catacombs of Paris, beneath the steps of Notre Dame. My amulet sits amidst the dead of Paris, a fitting resting place.
How can I trust you?
I suppose you can't. But, as I said, whoever possesses my amulet, I still will get my wish.
Well, I intend to see it not used at all.
Well, good
Only
luck
for
with that. Our business here is done, magician. But I will remember you.
I'll remember you.
Till we meet again.
Till then. All right, so he... All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he flies off.
Oh. All right, so Mr. Arcane comes floating down, shaken, and probably kind of breathing kind of hard, right? This was channeling a lot of energy.
So
And he says
what's
he's
up?
gone.
You okay?
That was quite an effort. He's gone, but I know where the... Well, he looks around. Is there anyone left? Maybe we should have this conversation elsewhere. He looks around, but I have some information, and I'll be happy to share it with you when we're secure. Is everyone okay?
The father seems to be shaken, but otherwise unharmed. Inspector Appleby is absolutely terrified of what just happened, and has almost been just frozen in place throughout all of this. He has been shakily pointing his gun in different directions as you guys have been walloping these nuns, trying to draw a bead on them, but has never been able to even fire a shot through all of this. Samson has cowered behind a chair, and he is asking, "Is it over? Is it over?"
I'm gonna drop out of tank form, so I'm a little less scary.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. And he'll walk over and put his hand on Appleby's shoulder, like, and as he's walking over, he's like trying to, like, hey, you can put that away.
Darkwing is going to be standing up from next to Mother
Night, maybe?
Yeah, Mother Night, where I have taken her mask, and I will remove the sword from her, and I will say to the group, we need to get these nuns to the nearest military base, perhaps Scotland Yard.
The father speaks up, and he says, I apologize for what happened here. These nuns, unfortunately, had only recently come to our asylum. They were sent to us from another convent. Now, I believe I understand why. They must have been sent here for this specific purpose. And I am sorry I got you mixed up in all of this, but I believe that we have facilities here that can at least contain them until you can send the proper authorities. I have several rooms here that are high security that we should be able to, if we relieve them of their weapons and their armor, we should be able to at least keep them here until someone can come and retrieve them.
Well,
Do you know where they were sent from?
Sorry?
Yeah,
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know where they were sent from?
They came with papers from another convent up north. We didn't do much as far as checking their references because everything seemed to be legitimate, but obviously they were spies.
Next time, you may want to check those references.
I believe so,
Father.
Yes.
Imposter nuns are a real problem these days, apparently.
Father, I'd like to search their cells, if that's all right with you. Isn't that how they live in monasteries or whatever, in cells?
Yes, the convent is just across the way there, and I'm sure Mother Superior would be willing to assist you in your search.
Thank you.
And
Is she gonna pull out a battle axe and a flaming sword and stuff?
No, the Mother Superior has been with me for quite some time. I hope that she would be trustworthy. It's these individuals that are new to us. They came here roughly around the time that John Doe graced our halls.
Well, Mr. Arcane wants to go check on John Doe.
Okay.
And Darkwing is going to ask the team to, if you could, ladies and gentlemen, if you could secure the nuns. I'm going to search their rooms. I would appreciate some help with that, Arcane.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go.
Do you want me to come with you?
If there's any traps and stuff.
Or do you want me to? You want me to come with you?
Yes.
Okay. One moment. I just want to check on John. And I'm like, did he survive? Is he,
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. And pause for 1 second here because I kind of
Yeah.
missed what Lizard said. Sorry, Lizard.
Sure.
I was saying that I ought to go with him in case there's a
Oh,
trap or something.
okay.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Can we take a quick break for a bio?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, we can take a
Seems
quick
like
break.
a good time. That's all.
Sean, you had a quick question there.
Just as Flux is going around securing these nuns, I'm taking a really good look at their facial features for potential future reference.
Nice.
Okay. Right on. Right on. All right, we'll take a quick break here. We'll meet back in about 5. Is that all right?
Yep. And Bombshell's going to give the inspector his coat back.
Yes. All right, we'll meet back in 5. All right,
Actually,
so
1940. So.
I think we left it with Mr. Arcane wanting to speak with John. Or
Yes.
Actually, not John, it was Judas.
Oh,
was
right,
his
yes.
name. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Judas.
Jude.
No.
So I mean, I come back into the room and I walk over to him and is that like a barrier? Is that
No,
bars,
it's just curtains.
okay? So I walk over there to him and so I mean I feel fairly certain that presence is gone. So I'll say Judas, right?
And he is curled up, cowering in the bed, holding the sheets up above him and just peering over the top of it, and shaking. Yes, Judas, that is my name.
Judas, I know you've been through a lot, but I think it's over for you now. He's gone. I know you should be able to tell that, to feel that, right?
He's not inside, but he's got to be here somewhere.
Well, if I'm right, and I think I am, I've driven him off. We've driven him off, and he and I, well, a deal was made, and he isn't here anymore.
He drops the sheets a little bit, and he reaches up to you and he grabs your cloak, and he pulls himself close to you and just begins to weep into your chest.
Yeah, I'll comfort him. I understand. I'm sure it was awful.
And he is so exhausted from all of this as he's crying. Eventually, he cries himself to sleep. He's just a blubbery mess, and is really almost unable to communicate. And it's just this air of relief, I think, that you're getting from him through this sorrow and this expending of energy and so forth. It's just been too much for him, and he finally just passes out.
Good. Okay. Great. Well, I'll tell him you can rest easy now. You're safe. I won't mention the crazy nuns, but I'll make sure that that the good father, make sure someone comes in to check on you in a while. For now, sleep.
And he does.
I'll cover the poor guy up and walk out. Well, and I don't know if there's anybody else out here, or if they've all gone to do other tasks.
You are cornered briefly by Inspector Appleby, who pulls you aside momentarily, and he's kind of now started to get his wits about him a bit. And he says, when we first met, I told you I didn't believe in this supernatural mumbo-jumbo, as I put it.
Yeah.
But after seeing what I have seen this night, I certainly have come more to terms with the possibility of things like this that certainly exist within the world that we live in. And I will tell you this, my friend, what you have done this night for this poor man and for the good father and the doctor will not be forgotten.
Well,
And
it wasn't just me. I mean, we all, had our part to play. So.
yes, of course, all of you here tonight, you saved us all, and you saved this poor man. And you mentioned at some point during our conversations, especially with some of the nuns, that you didn't know what the law would be surrounding an individual who had committed the heinous act that this poor man committed on men that I knew. And while, yes, it was originally my intent to see him put away for the rest of his life, I now understand that he was not acting on his own accord. This man, we now know him as Judas. His fingerprints were not recognized by the good men at Scotland Yard. He was brought in to this sanctuary as a John Doe. He will leave as such as well, if you understand me.
I do. I feel terrible for your loss of your comrades, but that poor fellow is no more at fault than, any of us, right? And I doubt. I'm not sure who among us would be able to resist that creature. It is powerful.
And Father Duchamp steps in as well, and he says, "You can rest assured that he will be taken care of, and we will see fit to, when we believe he is ready to be released back into society, that he will not go back to the place where he came from. We will not just release him onto the streets. We will make sure that he finds his place in society, and we will keep tabs on him to make sure that he finds a home."
I think that's the right thing to do. When he's able to talk, I would be curious where he kind of lost his sense of self, like where this happened, like where was he when this creature took control of him.
We don't want to press him too hard, but if he is willing to give us that information at any point, I will be sure to pass it along the proper channels and make sure that you get a message.
He may not know. It may be completely lost to him.
That's true.
These things are not my specialty. I have some understanding, but I would have to speak to someone else to know more.
Yes, indeed.
Good luck.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for what you have done here tonight. We will do our best to pick up the pieces, and as I said, Mother Superior will be happy to take you to the nunnery just across the way.
Does she have like a sword or a battle axe or?
No, I believe that she can be trusted.
Okay.
We do call her the old ball and chain, though.
Perhaps a mace. I didn't mention mace, so.
All right, so if you guys do want to visit the nunnery just across the way, you're welcome to do so.
Right, to search the rooms. Right, I think we wanted to search the rooms and see if there are any clues there. Do the nuns have any other items of significance on them? I know they have weapons and armor and stuff, which...
They had a sweet little plasma pistol.
They did have a sweet little plasma pistol.
Well,
and the golden sword from the first nun that I impaled.
Yeah, just as...
that.
Spoils war,
fine.
I suppose.
Sure. So
I don't know those rules. You tell me.
Sister Dream had a sword, and she also had a shield, which she never actually really brought out to any use. If I pass along anything that anybody wants, you just let me know, and I'm sure the inspector will probably let you take that. And he'll turn a blind eye to tampering with evidence. Sister Agony had a sword, dagger, and armor. Mother Knight had a sword and a gauntlet. Sister Sin had the katana and armor. And Sister Pleasure had a staff, which she never got to use.
I think I want Sister Dream's outfit for Friday night.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh my. Oh my.
But
This
the
is
plasma
that,
pistol. Let's see. Oh, she's out. She's out here. So the plasma pistol does incredible energy damage.
Wow.
Flux
That's
would
nice.
like that.
That's a Hydra weapon.
Flux, I think Flux needs a little bit more punch
Hmm.
if we're fighting next level threats like that. So something she can
Nor even
practice
here.
on her.
I'm
And
not sure how that
Darkwing-
works.
Darkwing, I think you said you were going to take the sword from Mother Knight, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that does excellent edged damage. But what is your strength?
I think it's excellent.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, straight excellent then for you.
Hey Chris, so
Yeah.
I have Scholar of Antiquities as a talent.
Uh-huh.
Are any of those like like artifacts of note, or are they just manufactured weapons that
A few of them may have some age to them,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't necessarily be considered artifacts.
That's cool.
Most of them,
I mean, he would-
with the exception of Sister Sin's katana, most of them are all Germanic in design.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to check out the nunnery?
Yes.
All right. Mother Superior takes you across the courtyard and into the nunnery and shows you the quarters where the sisters were located, and they all stayed within the same room. So the 5 of them were all together. And now you certainly understand why they kind of kept themselves closed off from the rest of the nuns.
Mm-hmm.
Their belongings are pretty meager. And I won't even make you guys roll for this. Just everything seems to be completely above board. You don't find any evidence of any ties to the Nazi Party, nothing to the Red Skull. They were here and keeping up all appearances as being just regular nuns. They left nothing behind
no
to show.
copies of the Necronomicon under their bed. No indication.
What?
They
The
inserted their crosses.
The Necronomicon? Necronomicon?
Yes,
Necronomicon.
the Necronomicon. Yes, Necronomicon.
There, I said it.
Yeah. I guess no hidden altars to dark gods. So,
Jeffrey, I could feel your eyes roll.
a copy of Sword Fancier Monthly, maybe.
Yeah, no, everything seems to be pretty clean.
Spare costumes, spare armor. No.
No, not really. They all had trunks, though, that they brought with them, and that must
They
have
were
been what they
elephant
housed. That must have been what they housed their armor in.
Makes sense. Well,
Okay.
Make sure that they get tucked away, properly secured.
But nothing in their papers or anything indicate whether or not they had a contact here. They didn't have scribbled notes in their Bibles about
Written correspondence.
anything that looks like a coded. This is how we contact our.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope, completely clean.
Okay.
So now you, Mr. Arcane,
Yes.
were able to at least glean some information from Pazuzu before
Yes.
he
Oh, okay.
spirited away.
Yeah. Well, as soon as we leave the asylum in the nunnery, and we're in a kind of a secure spot, because I'm still not, I'm no spy, so I don't know if someone could be listening to us here or not. But as they're starting to, are we done here? I guess in the asylum. Are you guys satisfied? And girls, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't seeing nothing, and I really don't think they want me breaking down the walls just in case there's something hidden there. So I guess we're done. So what next? We get to go to Paris? Ain't that still full of Nazis?
Yeah, so that's what he'll share. So
we're going to go find a pint and talk.
Yes. Yeah. So as I was giving chase to Pazuzu, he finally turned and basically agreed to tell us, what where his amulet was, his statue, which I guess amulet statue, maybe it's a amulet that is a statue. I don't know. I don't exactly have a sense of the size of it. But anyway, he says that it's underneath the steps of Notre Dame in Paris. And buried there with the dead of, well, I guess of Paris. But he said that the Templars took it there 100 years ago. So it's been there, I mean, according to him, all this time. But I mean, how do we trust that? I don't know.
So out of character, I'm sorry. Darkwing has history and also occult lore, and also he's been a Templar for many years.
Okay.
Is this something I can make a roll for to see if this?
With being a Knight Templar and with what Mr. Arcane has said, it's very easy for you to deduce the resting place of what he's describing, and this would be the Catacombs de Paris, the underground tunnel system that was built centuries ago. That is lined with the skulls and bones of the dead. There was a great flood that had flooded out a large cemetery there in Paris, and a lot of the bodies were transported into the catacombs. So this is a large underground graveyard. And the Templar Knights were known to have hid many treasures within the walls of these tombs.
So Darkwing will say, I believe I can confirm that information. And he'll proceed to share everything that you just said as a matter of, here's my good intel, this is what I know. And so, more likely than not, Pazuzu is not lying, and this is where we need to go, these catacombs.
And then real quick, I want to add one thing. Bombshell, as Mr. Arcane is describing this to you, and then Darkwing is talking about these tunnels. During the time of your possession by Pazuzu, you saw these walls of skulls and bones and you could hear um, the music of Frere Jacques playing in the background on an accordion. So this all rings very true to some of the feelings that you got while you were under the possession as well.
Yeah, that sounds right. Wasn't all
Well,
wasn't all
for
roses in his head, but I saw stuff that, yeah, I think that's right.
well, for my part, I apologize for my recklessness. I probably should have tried something else. I probably should have taken more time.
Better me
And
than him, right? I'm a lot tougher.
well, I mean, better no one, right?
Nobody's
So
perfect,
again,
hon.
my deepest apologies.
Don't sweat it.
I should have taken the time to erect a circle and bind him in the circle, and I well, well, again,
Live and learn. Next time. There
next
you go.
time.
You can buy me a drink.
Okay, certainly. Least I can do. Is anyone else? Does anyone? Let's see. So, did he come to rest in anyone else? Did he struggle in any of the rest of you?
No, not that I noticed.
I mean, you may not know. I mean, so
I mean, I know I want to shower really badly.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Can you see auras?
I mean, I can try.
Not a talent I have, but if you could,
I can try. I can see if there's any lingering taint or residue. I mean, he was a powerful creature, so it's entirely possible there's something left. So I'll take a moment and focus my senses and reach out and try. Nope.
Somebody's tired.
I think the Vishanti is done with your ass today.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, hey, guy, listen, fucking take a break.
You know what time it is here? Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, at least
it's beer o'clock.
This was in line with their goals, right? I mean, they're orderly and good, and this creature is none of those things. So, at least I didn't piss him off. I hope. He says. Hopefully, I haven't garnered any
Who could be
ill
mad
favor.
at you? You're a sweetheart.
There you go.
We'll see. Well, okay. Well, I also could use a respite.
Yeah. How exactly is we getting to Paris? Are they going to airdrop us, into France or something? I mean, there's still Nazis there.
I think we need to make contact with the general.
I think so. I also gotta find some chaplain and say my rosary or something, because I think I committed a couple of original sins.
Well,
oh, trust me, Tanky darling. I doubt they were original.
Thanks.
That's true. Those are pretty old, but I don't know. Defense of your comrade in arms and innocent people. I don't think that's a sin at all. I mean, that's not my area exactly, but
I hit girls and nuns.
not really sure they were nuns.
For a good cause. But...
I don't think they're real nuns.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Besides, you gotta know Catholics. It's always worth going to confessional to just get your ass covered.
Sorry, again, not my area. If you would like to know some of the inner workings of other planes, I can help you with that, but I don't know anything about nuns.
No, I ain't qualified for the Air Force. No way.
Okay.
All
Different.
right.
For one thing, I'd
Different
probably make
elevation.
the whole thing crash. Could you imagine me in a plane?
I mean,
Well, I hear a hot shower calling my name.
Yeah, sounds
It's
good.
at the hotel.
okay.
All right. Well, when you guys get back to the hotel, you're a bit disheveled as you're coming in, and Happy Sam Sawyer is seated in the lobby of the hotel, reading a newspaper, and he spots you guys as you come in.
Well,
he stands upon your arrival.
Well, timely.
Well, gentlemen, ladies, how goes it?
I hit some nuns.
They weren't really nuns.
We promised not to
hit-
make a habit of it.
He hit spies.
Yeah, they were spy nuns. I guess you could tell by the fact they was wearing these dresses that were like up to here, and they were down to here.
I don't think it was that. I think it was the German accent and the talk about the Red Skull. That was the tip-off for me.
Oh,
but I'm no spy.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that too.
Darkwing says, I am a spy. And, I begin to just lay out that these guys were clearly part of the Red Skull's operation. They came here and left not a trace. They're more likely, expert agents sent in for a very specific mission, but I doubt they can do this without somebody laying the groundwork or giving them the intel in the first place. So you're looking for another cell, a logistics cell of some sort. That's all.
Well, I suppose it's good to know that the Skull is involved. At least we know that he's working with Hitler through this. So it was intel we didn't have before. We knew that they work together, but in this specific mission that Hitler has put forward, it's good to know that the Skull is involved, so we know a little bit more what to look out for. So as you are out there in the field, we know now, trust no one. Go ahead, shower up. We'll debrief. We'll debrief in the morning. I'll meet up with you. You can fill me in on all the deets, and we'll figure out what our next move is in the morning.
Okay. You may want to send someone to collect those agents. The asylum is doing their best to keep them secure, but I don't know how long they could do that.
We'll send someone over ASAP. Get some rest for tonight, and I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Nighty-night.
All right, so just to kind of fast forward, since we're getting pretty close to time here, you guys are able to clean up, get some rest, wake up the next morning, and give Sam all the information that you have up until this point. And he states that he has some contacts within the French resistance that he can put you in contact with. And as luck would have it, someone that a few of you are already familiar with, Agent Peggy Carter, is connected with the French resistance at this time, and is working with some other members there undercover. So he can set up a meet with you all in Paris with Peggy and her members of the resistance, and then you can decide where to go from there.
Okay.
And with that said, that will bring us to a close for tonight's adventure, which means you guys get some karma.
Yay!
Yay!
I think that'll be pretty useful for some people.
I need to get this out of my system.
Uh-oh.
Every time I heard your character's name, all that came to my mind was, I
Yeah.
am the terror that flaps in the night.
I know, right?
Oh, I know. Let's
love
get
it.
dangerous. Love it.
Let's get dangerous, yeah.
Who wants to be Launchpad? I think that's Human Tank.
Mhm.
No. What was Iron Duck? What was the guy with the
Oh, Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo Duck? I think that should be Human Tank.
Yeah.
So for tonight, for karma, we're looking at 295 karma points.
Woohoo!
Per person?
What's that? Yep,
Yeah,
per
per
person.
person.
Mhm.
Boy, okay.
I'm putting 100 of those into my active pool and the other 195 into what I'm saving for leveling.
Okay, sounds
It
good.
was what again, Chris? 295.
295. Yeah. Well, that certainly was a fun little battle there, having to fight one of your own and deal with these nuns popping out from every angle.
Yeah, I really don't have all the spells I need to do something like that.
You did great.
Well, at least it was kind of in line because, if it were the wrong entity, it would not have gone well. Like if it was the Faultine, that would have been not great. Because he'd been like, bro, I don't think I want to do that for you. you can get bent. I kind of like that guy. So,
All right, gents. Well, thanks as always. I hope you enjoyed
Thank
yourselves
you.
once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Fabulous.
And I'll get this posted here in a day or two, and then we'll meet again in 2 weeks.
Nothing
We'll
like
see you in 2
spanking
weeks.
some naughty nuns.
And